will see the way the world turned what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes even when it hurts. Sometimes I think though it's just getting worse.
I love that song, baby. That is John Lawrence. I love his voice. Anyway, baby, it's Tuesday. Guess what? It's Tuesday. Wonderful, fine day. The sun was shining down here in South Texas. It was gorgeous. I hope you had a fine day. It is Tuesday, time for another Blue Dot family meeting. And Irene Lambert was the first one to jump in, followed by Randy Peterson. Whoo, 2 days, Betty. Back home in Texas. There you go. I hope you enjoyed yourself up there. I found us another Blue Dot in Rockport, buddy. I'll fill you in later. Jeanette Miller is here, that smart-ass squaw. The remixtress is with us. Jess Coggins, Adina Michael, thank you very much. Karen Van Wyk, ready to rumble, baby. Ain't it pitiful? Debbie Marie's in the house. Let me see. Donald Hamilton, thank you. Carol Lowe, Trudy Baxter, there she is. Glad to see you in there. Alberta Cunningham and Andreas Shilkoff. I'm glad to see these new names in there. I'll get them out of my mouth sooner or later. C-Mac is with us. Fight their way out of a cage. Yeah, it's a cage fight up there, buddy. Bruce Preston is here. Adina Michael, Mildred Ocasio, Tamara Harrington. Baby, always a pleasure to see you. Debbie Marie. Linda Gallup is here. Let me see, down here. Marcia is here. Jamie Thomas. Boy, I got to jump on down here. We just will not get the show started. Just saying hello. Bernadette Priya's here. Mark. Boy, howdy, Mark's here. Damn, Mark. Perkins, I'm sorry. Becky Armstrong. Anyway, everybody's here and everybody's saying hello to everybody else. I'm glad they are. Anyway, before we get started, I got mail, baby. I got mail, so let me get that out here. And I got a card, a wonderful card from Bonita Townsend out in San Jose, California. I used to live there myself. And she wrote me a beautiful letter in here, and it just warms my heart. And she talks about y'all in this Blue Dot family. But the card says, advice from a penguin. And I think it's pretty good. It says, dive into life. Find warmth among friends. Appreciate snow days. Take long walks. Stand together. Go the extra mile. And keep your cool. Bonita, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And I am going to somehow get my telephone number to you so we can get a hookup. So we'll get Bernadette or somebody on it to be able to get you on Discord and everything. So she wants to come in so bad, and I want her to come in and enjoy herself. But that's not all. Hold on, wait, I got more. I got mail from Pauline Hall and her husband Robert out in Arizona, and baby, it's an ashtray. It's a blue, if y'all notice that, She said I needed a place to put my pipe. So she sent me this beautiful blue ashtray. But wait, that's not all she sent. She sent again, holy shit, 110 pounds of Meow Mix cat food from Pauline and Robert. This is the third time she has done this. And, we can't be more tickled to death with Pauline. She is a sweetheart. So Pauline, we appreciate it tremendously. And my cats appreciate it tremendously. Anyway, what else is going on in the news? Nothing. Ain't nothing. It's a slow news day. Nothing's going on. There's, the weather changed. That was about it. I don't think anything else happened in the news. Are you shitting me? Yeah, there was stuff going on in the news today. A little rumble in Congress, evidently. The Republicans are getting a little itchy. They're wanting to do a little fisticuffs in Congress and Senate and in the House. Are you shitting me? Come on, man. Is that what we have up there? Hello, Miss Chick.
No, half the time they're talking sports ball analogies anyway, so they might as well have a little wrestling going on.
I guess. I
thought or boxing. Maybe that was boxing. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Mullen, he's a big MMA fighter. So
I just feel bad that Bernie had to be referee there.
I know. Did you see him having to pound on his gavel, trying to get them to shut the hell up? They didn't want to.
I think he put his arm on the one guy, didn't he? He held his arm down and said, "Sit down."
Sit down. Sit down. He wanted to get out of his chair. Bernadette, did you see any of that today, darling?
I didn't. I have been busy wrapped up in my own bullshit today, so
I'm sorry
I missed
to hear that.
all the good news today. I want to see Republicans fight.
Oh, you would have loved this. Oh, Mullen jumping out of his chair. Come here. I'm willing.
Oh, they're just a hot mess right now.
But that's just the Senate, baby. That over in the House, they're actually taking real punches. McCarthy punched Burchett.
Oh, he's claiming it was just bumper cars.
Yeah, that's what he's claiming.
Buddy, I just bumped into somebody
just
apparently.
accidentally bumped into. What's he whining about? Must be a real wuss not to be able to take a little push like that. Come on, man.
Well, this is what happens when it's just a hot mess and nobody agrees on anything. You start to get
you can't get anything done.
Hot under the collar, You
can't get anything done because they're too busy. And we got, the budget did pass today. The CR did pass today.
Well.
Yeah, we got another 2 or 3 months now? This is bullshit. We can't get a budget passed except for...
Well, it'll pass in the House, but I don't believe that it's going to go over to the Senate and pass. So they're going to have to reconcile
the Senate's going to have to reconcile this.
Yeah.
But there are no, no cuts in this budget they're setting up that pass the House. As a matter of fact, this is the same situation that got Kevin McCarthy thrown out of office.
Well, all they successfully did was split some stuff, so now it's 2 items.
Right.
It's 2
Yeah, he's got a 2-step going on. Like
and
this is
that
a
always
dance hall,
makes me wary, like, what are you doing? And then part of me says, maybe it should be separate. So, I don't know.
I do. It's a shit show. Because that's all the Republicans have to offer nowadays, is a shit show.
But in the meantime, Johnson's already going, he's looking like McCarthy now.
I'm thinking that guy should have just kept his mouth shut and stayed in the background. I don't think he knew what he was biting off when he got a speaker.
In the spotlight, doesn't he?
Right. It's all his now.
Yeah.
He's either going to...
He gets all the pressure.
Yeah. So, anyway. Who you got your money?
I am totally out of it today, so I'm just trying to catch up in the chat here.
Oh, it's been a full day for Congress up there as far as fisticuffs are concerned.
Well, and it seemed like a lot of hearings today, or committee meetings, or whatever you call them. Some of them were almost empty, and they apologized because they had 2 things that they had to be at the same time. It was nutso up there.
Time management. Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Ain't doing too good a job at that shit. Hey, let me thank Sandy McFarthon. I'm going to mess this up, Sandy McPartland. Sandy McPartland for coming in with a $20 donation. Darling, Sandy, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it tremendously. Tremendously.
Yeah.
So what else went on today? I started my day out relaxing. I did. I normally jump into the news. I start looking at all the websites that I frequent, and but today I started out watching. I wanted to catch up. I haven't listened to Stephanie Miller's show in a long time, so I listened to that this morning. I even heard Sue in Rockville, who is another person that uses her voice. You find her on Tim Cormall's show occasionally. And on Stephanie Miller's show. And then after that, I started into my new book, and boy, howdy shit! My new book is by Rachel Maddow, and it's a prologue. Oh, yeah. Baby, this is a head turner. This is really, she goes back into the history. I'm just into chapter 1. I listened to the prologue, and by the way, I listened to it because I hit the wrong button when I went to go buy the book. Instead of hitting the book, I hit the audio book. And, and it's Rachel Maddow, but I prefer to read myself, but it's fine. But I listened to the first the prologue and chapter 1. And, she lays reference to 1930s Germany, which, pray tell, look what we've been talking about here lately with Donnie's mouth running. It does. It comes right out of that. And
in her last podcast that she did, she has a lot of references from that book because she was writing the book at the time that the podcast was being produced, and so she talks about a lot of that stuff that was going on, not only over in Germany and what was taking place there, but the rise of Nazism here in the United States.
Indeed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And the prologue outlined that, and now I'm into chapter 1, and it's about big money. Same thing it would be today. Same thing it is today. It's all about the money and the advertising and who gets their message out. And the Nazi Party was very big here in the 30s in the United States. Anyway, let me thank Jess Coggins, who came in with $5 and said, for Travis's Japan goal, I will make sure he gets that. My grandparents never said we wanted Hitler, even if they had the Great Depression. Even if they had the Great Depression, Senator Oakey's next stop as a speed bump. Thank you, Jess Coggins. I appreciate that very much. Yes, Travis's goal is to go to Japan. Him and Rose want to go to Japan. Yeah, listening to her book, the Nazi Party and fascism was very close to making its ugly head rear up here in America.
Yeah, no, it took hold. They were running around in the Senate. They had meetings. They had organized bigly here in the state.
Bigly is a good word.
Bigly, yes. And there was a strong Nazi movement here in the United States, and a lot of people don't know that, but it has reared its ugly head here before.
Been here before.
And you know what happened? And there were insurrectionists, and there were court cases, and all kinds of things going on.
Things that
and guess what? It got defeated. It got defeated here in America 80 years ago.
But
and guess what we have to do again?
They're trying to do it again.
Exactly.
And those court cases also look like the same circus we're seeing right now, too.
It does.
They were.
And that's the whole premise of her book, is past is prologue. That's what it is. If you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it over and over and over again. Well, here we are.
This could be another reason why they don't want to teach the history in this country, because we got some dark shit in this country that a lot of people don't know about.
A lot of people don't know. I keep referencing the tragedy in Oklahoma that I never knew of, Black Wall Street.
Yeah,
I never knew that growing up. Never learned a bit about it until it made the news.
That was in 1920. I believe it was 1920.
I can't remember right now.
there was another one. Well, there was
There
was
was
the
a lot
summer.
of that shit
There
going
was
on
the
across country.
summer
One
of
in
red,
Florida.
and yes, there was in Florida. I posted in one of the rooms over in Discord today. One that would happen right here right in Washington D.C., which was a 4-day race riot that I had just heard about, didn't know about, but I learned some new things
Dark
today.
things,
And
they tend to
that
try to
shit
bury
went,
them.
yeah. And
There was a riot.
there
Right.
were lots of race riots across this country during that particular period of time.
Yeah.
They happened all over this country, but we don't learn about that in the when we're taught history, United
No,
States history in
very
America.
selective history.
No,
You know what I
absolutely.
learned this week was history is someone's story based on their
Their
point
story,
of view.
Yeah, it's always the
their
winner's story.
perspective.
Yeah.
And then there's the past.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good way to put it. There's the written history, and then there's the past, which aren't always the same thing, as we
Yeah.
learned. You know, but that's
But I tell you what, now I'm 62 years old. It ain't never too late to learn some history, okay?
shit. No,
Well, no,
Shit,
not
no.
at all.
Try to learn something new every day. I
Try
try
to.
anyway, and that hasn't been
Try
too
to.
damn difficult over the last 7 years.
Hey, it's a good way to keep brain cells growing.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Keep you alert and attentive, if nothing else. So,
Yes.
boy, howdy. Anyway, what else went on today besides we got the budget passed?
Well, it's not passed yet. It still has to be reconciled with the Senate.
Yeah, we have to
And
go
we'll
through
see
the
how
Senate.
that goes.
Yeah.
Because the Senate is not too hot on this
This split deal.
separated
Yeah.
this 2-tier deal.
Yeah.
They ain't too hot on that shit.
Mm-mm.
And the Senate, bipartisan members of the Senate, wanted aid for Israel and Ukraine. So we're going to see how this is going to go for little old Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
if the Republicans had any integrity at all, they'd vote his ass out. Because
Well,
they did that to McCarthy.
yeah, you're asking for a lot.
Yeah.
Integrity.
No, they don't.
Integrity.
Yeah, they don't have much
Yeah.
of that anymore. I've just
No.
about lost anything I had for the Republican Party over these last 7 years. More than that, but they
I
solidified
did hear
it.
that there were a few Democrats that voted for it.
Oh, they had to. To pass it
Yeah.
in the House, they had to have Democrat
Yeah.
support. They could not do it because the Freedom Caucus already came out and said no.
Yes.
You know, Jim Jordan, Jacketoff Jordan and all them. They said no, we don't like this, and they voted no. So he could not get it passed without Democratic help,
The help.
and that was the big.
Yeah.
That was the big push.
And the Democrats said the reason why they passed it was because it was clean. It was a clean
There
bill.
were no cuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what they wanted before.
Which-
they wanted to cut
which,
this, cut that.
which is what got those, they got those pennies tighter than a wad over there in the Freedom Caucus. They want cuts.
I'm just tired
they
of this
want
bullshit that we can't fund the
to Social
government 2 months
Security.
at a time. Really?
Oh Jesus!
Is that all
right,
we can do?
right.
We're,
That sounds
we're
a whole
living
lot like what I'm
paycheck
running my
all
house
of a
as,
sudden.
and this is not in good shape, baby. I'm telling you. Hello, Joe.
Hello there. I'd like to present a resolution to limit the Republican Congress to $1 because they have not done anything.
I ain't done
I
shit.
second.
Yeah.
I second.
I'll carry that motion. They're not doing their job, and they have no interest in doing their job. They got a big interest in kicking each other's ass, evidently.
Well, I mean, if there was a bodily connection between so and so and so and so, I
McCarthy
believe
and
one of
Burchett.
them is supposed to be a martial art.
Oh, that's
uh,
Mullen. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I mean,
Mullen up in the
now that-
Senate, the guy from Oklahoma. He's
Yeah, and
he's
that's
in
a
the
start.
Oklahoma Wrestling Hall of Fame. That guy that jumped out of his seat was going to go kick that Teamster's ass.
You know what,
He-
John?
What's that?
Whatever.
Whatever. Isn't that sad? That's what they do. I want to thank Corey
What did you say his name is?
Mullins? Yeah,
Mullins.
yeah,
Mullins.
it's wait a minute. It's Mary
And
Ellen.
you-
It's Mary Ellen. No, it's not. It's Mark Wayne Mullen, Senator Mark
Oh,
Wayne
geez.
Mullen. Mark Wayne being one word. He's from Oklahoma, She had a Batman thing, I guess. I don't know.
Is that like
I'm
had a
thinking.
baby boy?
And yeah, he's in the Oklahoma Hall of Fame up there for wrestling.
Well,
So
if he's a trained professional and he put his hands on someone, that's assault
I,
with a deadly weapon
I
because
just
he
felt
is
bad.
a
Old Bernie
trained.
Sanders over there beating the shit out of this little thing with the mallet there, trying to get him to shut up and sit down. He chastised him. You're senators. What are you doing? You're gonna get in a
Yeah, have
rumble
some
right here on
decorum.
yeah, none of that.
Decorum.
Hey, let me thank Corey Barton, who just came in with a $5 donation. Corey, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, supposed to have a certain amount of decorum. What is our house for? Our
Yeah,
legislators are supposed to get up there and debate the issues and solve the nation's problems. You see that going on?
not
No.
one.
No,
Not really.
no, it doesn't happen.
No.
Not really. But
They're not interested
they
in
should have at
governing.
least been censured.
They're not
No one
running.
brought up the censure.
Who?
No one brought up any censoring. Censure
No.
someone.
No.
Oh, it only
Today.
works against the Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marjorie Taylor Greene's pissed off because I guess the House wouldn't pursue ethics charges against somebody. I can't remember. I just read a little bit of it and went on about my business. Gates, Jeanette Miller Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene are back at the blame game over COVID. Oh, no shit. They ain't got over that yet. There's two,
well,
you know. And now we got
When
the
they run out
QAnon
of-
shaman running down in Arizona. Are you shitting me? Do you
did you
really
see that?
think the Republicans give a shit about who represents them?
What do you say? I went to jail for you. I love you, man.
I love you, man. It's like we could make a list. Tommy Tubbs-shit, Lauren Bobart, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz. These are people who should not be in our house to be taken
Jack off
seriously.
Jim Jordan.
Jack it off Jordan. Been there all these years, hasn't gotten shit done. Nothing.
Mike
That's right.
Johnson.
Yells a lot. Acts like he's
I
pissed
think
off
he-
a lot. We
Yeah,
went through
I think
years
they
of
owe us some
Benghazi
money.
with him.
I think they owe us some money. They've been getting a check for doing nothing.
Well, that's
You're
what
right.
They like money for nothing. That's what they
Mhm.
love. That's what gets them by, baby. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I'll wait for that to come up, but I just saw it. Yeah. It's scary where the Republicans want to go.
Oh, and
They
that
damn
dude,
sure
that
don't
dude-
want to govern.
yeah, and that dude that was standing there with Johnson, what was that around his neck? Isn't that a Nazi emblem?
Oh, you mean the guy in the
in
wizard's
the
hat?
robe.
In the robe and the wizard hat and everything.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit that he had around his neck
Yeah.
there. That thing is something I saw
Yeah, I think
on a
it's
staff, a Nazi staff.
I think it's the veto award. The veto it's us.
I guess
It's a big brother.
is that a real photo though? I mean, or was it from a video?
No,
What is that?
No, that is he was representing the a religious, you know, whatever. He was up there as a preacher. Yeah, that was his real garb. That wasn't a Photoshop. That was his.
Looked like a Halloween costume to
It
me.
did, didn't it? I'm sorry. I don't want to make
It's hard
fun
to
of.
take him serious.
Yeah, you're coming up there with a pointy little hat on and all that shit. No, I'm sorry.
And looking real mean.
Yeah, I seen the picture. I don't think it was Photoshopped. It could have been. Hell, I don't know.
That was my thought. That was my thought.
That it was Photoshopped. No,
Yeah.
I've seen those guys before. I mean, that religion outfit before.
I thought that was the new KKK.
Looked like Darth
garb.
Vader to me. I don't know. Jess Coggins came in with a $2 donation and said, "Mark my word, I like this. Mark my word, freedom cities equals concentration camps."
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling
Yep.
you, if you listen to that man, there's some serious shit going on in our country with him, and at some point this has to come to a head, because he is actively out there trying to raise an army. He knows, or I believe he knows, that he does not stand too much of a chance. Not to say he can't. He got elected the first time. We got blindsided by that shit. There are enough ignorant people in this country to elect him.
No doubt.
We have to have more smart people going out there to vote to outpace him. You know, that's the
But I
bottom
did
line.
see.
Can he do it? Yeah. What's to say he can't?
I saw a Trump rally where Trumpers were actually walking away while he
Yes.
was talking.
His crowds are getting smaller. Do I think he has a chance of getting elected? No, I don't. But that again, like I always say, is not the goal. The
No, and let's
goal
not let.
is the insurrection itself. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, we're hearing now Jenna Ellis and them coming out the news right now about the conversations they held uh, since after January 6th, and everybody knew he lost, and they're saying the boss ain't leaving, and everybody knows who the boss is. They're not leaving.
Mhm.
They had every intention of just remaining in that White House, regardless of whatever happened. He is hell bent on getting back in. And if it takes violence in the streets again, he's more than willing to do that. Will it succeed? No, I don't think so.
It's what he's promoting on a
It
daily
is.
basis. These things,
Mhm.
when you sit up here and you see him at some little funky rally that he's got, the 25 people around him or whatever, and he's spewing his hatred. This is his stump speech right now. This is written down and it's being shown on the teleprompter, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
reading it.
Oh, there's
It's
nothing
what he
coming from
puts
his.
out on his live social posts all the time. This is what he's promoting is this division in America. His campaign is currently about retribution.
Oh,
He
revenge,
told
baby.
us that.
He
Yeah.
wants it big. Adam, are you in the room
We-
with us? Adam.
We have a clear binary choice.
Clear.
We can choose to end our democracy, or we can
Oh, he just.
continue our
Adam.
democracy. There are other people that are out there that are running, but this is not the time to test
No.
that.
I
No.
think he cycled. He recycled himself.
I
'Cause
think
he was
so.
having trouble.
Yeah, we'll give him another shot here in just a minute when he comes back up.
Well, Trump has demonstrated some restraint when people are walking away from his rally. He's not openly saying, "Hey, where you guys going?"
He's not saying have them arrested, they're leaving.
Am I here now?
It's a wonder he don't
Hey,
put
Adam.
guards up at the damn door to keep people in.
Once you get in, you can't get out.
Ain't that what it is?
Is what it
It
is.
is a
How
cult.
about it, Adam?
That's what it is.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
There he is. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I had to sign out and sign back in
Yeah,
again.
sometimes that happens. Got a little
Yeah,
bug
it's
in the
all good.
system every once in a while that won't let your voice come through.
Discord
Yeah.
can be a finicky little bitch, okay,
Yeah.
at times.
I suggest a hammer.
That's all good.
I
I
lay a hammer
understand
down
how
in
it
front
works.
of it. It has a camera. It can see.
Sure.
Go ahead. Test my
Yeah,
patience.
I don't know if anyone's mentioned what's going on with Thomas's wife.
Jenny Thomas? Well, you know, the court
no,
passed a new... Huh?
Clarence Thomas's wife.
Yeah, Jenny.
Right, Jim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's her name. Jenny Thomas.
She is supposedly like the queen of the QAnon party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's high
And
up
it's
there. She's,
way high
she's
up
heavily
there.
in the weeds in that shit. I see
And-
the court passed a code of conduct for the court.
Yeah, and who's gonna do anything about it if they
Yeah.
do something wrong?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's
well, the
it's
court
a
will.
pretty. Oh, the court will.
just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take
sure.
this to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, we'll take
Like,
the Supreme
what?
Court. My buddy will.
That's
And
how
the
that
Supreme
was.
Court has a code of ethics now.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
not
they got
really.
a
Well,
code of
they're
ethics.
they haven't officially passed it yet, have they, Miss Chick?
No,
Okay.
they haven't.
Okay.
They haven't passed it, but who would be the code of ethics, person
Who's
to
gonna be the
actually
hall
go
monitor?
after the Supreme Court?
That's the thing. That has
Just
nothing
hell.
in there about who's going to enforce that or be their checker or whatever. They're just
These are
they're
people
policing themselves again.
that should be beyond reproach. These are people that we put in the
Absolutely.
highest position in our land, the Supreme
It's
Court.
a couple
I
of
nominate
pages
Bernadette.
of we're going to do things the same way we've always done it is what it says.
Just look the other way when we do it. like y'all used to.
Yeah,
But here's the paper.
exactly.
You guys wanted us to look like we have a code of ethics, so
Yeah.
here's some paper.
Here's a piece of paper. Look here. Does that make you feel better? Now go away.
Yep, pretty
These
much.
are not the droids you're looking for. So,
No, don't want these droids.
hello, James.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I said that was just a list of suggestions. That's all the fuck
Yeah.
that was. That was
Yep.
I think it was more or less just a list of bullshit they could say that make everybody else feel better.
Yeah, but we're on.
Exactly.
We're not going to do that anymore.
they're,
No,
yeah, they're
I-
just
I
trying
gotta-
to sweep it under the rug.
I've got a question for James. James, are you a ham operator?
No, I don't have my ham license, but I've got radio that'll go up into ham.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know they have a different set of rules.
They do.
Different
I
from
don't do ham.
they have pretty strict rules compared to CB, which is an outlaw deal.
Like you.
Well, with my
You're an
foul
outlaw,
mouth,
Joe.
with my
I
foul
get
mouth,
on-
could you imagine me on ham?
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I get up every morning. I get in my Jeep. I turn on my little radio and a little box that I have, and I say, "Good morning, America."
There you go. Wake everybody up.
All right.
That's right. And I say, "Fuck Trump."
And fuck Trump. Oh, shit. Yeah, I had, as a matter of fact, talking about that kind of little thing, I had a great time listening to Stephanie Miller this morning. Been a long time since I just stopped everything and sat down and listened to her. I like her. And they always have good conversation going on in there.
Well, it's a good thing you relaxed. 'Cause
That's what I was
There's
trying to
always
do.
a-
I bought me a new
Yeah.
book. I'm going to try to get into the whole thing. I didn't mean to buy the audio book, but I do like an
No.
audio book because you can take it with you in the car and just plug that sucker in and listen to it.
Well, I'm not much of a reader, right? I like listening, and I close my
Rachel
eyes
Maddow's real easy to listen to.
and I listen.
It looks like it's going to be a great book, but you can already tell by just where it's going. Damn, I hate it when you want to say a word and it's just not there.
Well, the
The
content is
atmosphere
there.
that's in this country right now, what we see going on right now, this has happened before, for the same reasons. Fascism, baby. They in 1930s America, yeah, heavily support of the Nazi Party. That was before Nazis got such a bad rap. He was before all the bad history, so they accepted that.
Right.
Yeah, and how I'm really looking forward to getting deeper in the book to see how it all played out, so I know how this is going to end. I hope we have the same ending,
There's no guarantee.
that we still have a country.
I'm gonna find him below Mar-a-Lago someday soon.
Well, somebody wrote in there, why can't I wake up one morning and see the right name in the obituaries?
Yeah,
That's
right.
right.
Exactly.
That's right. Absolutely.
Wouldn't be if I wouldn't sadden my heart. Let's just put it like that.
I wonder if there.
I
if
would
he's got
rather
any
see it by a bolt of lightning while he was in his car right out there by himself. Boom, right there.
I'd like to
I'd
see
like
it when
to-
he's
I'd-
taking a shit.
Well, I'd like to see it when he's playing golf and
That's what
he
I
gets
mean.
near that one of them
Oh
ponds.
yeah,
and
like
maybe a gator.
Caddyshack.
Yeah, maybe a gator will grab him and
They
drag
got,
him under.
they got gators that big? They got gators that big?
Yes, they do.
Did they swallow
Whatever.
that fat ass? Why, that's some big gators. Reliable Nomad just came in with a $20 donation and said, I know YouTube. They're YouTube thieves. Their unfair share of, oh, yes, okay. Know exactly where you're going. I know YouTube thieves their unfair share of this, but this is what I can afford right now. Yes, I'm a proud, prudent, but charitable Democrat, and yes, Trump, which I think, if I translate correctly, is fuck Trump. Reliable
Thank you,
Nomad, thank you very much for that. Yes, YouTube, Google doesn't mind
It's one of those
taking
contracted
their little
words.
cut out of this.
Right.
Yes, they do. I really appreciate that. I want to say thank you to all of you that donate through this show. It means a lot to us, and it keeps us afloat, baby. And so that's going to come in very handy. Thank you.
Hey, John, were you able to go to HEB?
No, I didn't make it to HEB today.
Oh Lord, have mercy! You missed
I
that.
know. I was gonna get my free appreciation bag there with all the nuts and the chips and all that shit in there.
Yeah,
Joe
Operation
got one.
Appreciation by HEB. Yes,
Operation
I did.
Appreciation, where HEB, local food chain down here in Texas, so we're handing out bags to veterans as they came in the door, and with snacks and water and all sorts of stuff you got there, Joe.
Oh yeah, a bunch of little snacks. In fact, I've been nibbling.
Oh, oh, somebody asked me where's my Venmo. I don't have a Venmo. I don't know Venmo. I got Cash App. I know how to use that one. That's it. Anything else? I'd have to go to my site and go, hey, fix this, whatever this is.
You got PayPal.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go into YouTube and hit the little $sign on the right bottom.
Really?
Well, I was going to say that if she doesn't want to do that, there's PayPal. You do PayPal, don't
I
you?
do PayPal. We do PayPal. I want to, on that subject, I want you to know we never ask you for donations on this show. You do not have to make donations on this show. Every donation you see is from the kindness of somebody's heart. And it does keep this family alive. And this is November. Google will collect all this money up, and I will get it this month. Donations I will get on the 21st of December.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
That's going to be Christmas right there. John's going to have to get his ass out real quick in a few days to pull that one out of his butt. But yes, I want to thank everybody that donates to this show and those that are on our Patreon. That is not something that we ask you to do. It is done voluntarily, and we appreciate the shit out of it. We love you for it.
And we thank everybody that sends in a donation, whether it's via Super Chat, PayPal, however you're donating. Patreon members, we absolutely love them because they keep the show going on. Thank you to everybody who comes in and makes a
John's not
donation.
making Bahama money.
We also like
I'm not going to the islands on vacation or anything.
thumbs up and subscribers too.
That's what counts. Our subscriber list.
Share away.
What?
Share,
Yep.
share, share.
Share away. Just share it to everyone that you
There
know.
you go. Share this shit, because that always helps. And and we are, baby. We're going up. We every day I come in here to start the show. When I bring up whatever that program is, dashboard, restream. It tells me who got the new subscribers to our YouTube, new followers on Facebook and stuff. It consolidates all that, so I can see that all at once. And we are. Our family is.
Oh, the numbers
growing.
are going up.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. And that's good because I like to smoke purple. What? What was that? You want to explain that one?
Well, people were saying they like to smoke ham and they like to smoke salmon, and I said I like to smoke purple.
brisket.
Okay. I just looked over there and yeah.
I'm just saying.
I just said,
what?
Smoke
Smoke
a
I
purple?
do too.
I wish
I
The
do
trees are
too.
purple where I live. Okay.
I wish I had purple shit down here. We don't got no purple shit. Most of it's brown and with stems and seeds. And
I'm just saying.
We bleed purple up in Minnesota, you know.
okay, look.
Okay.
He smokes grape nuts.
Let me. See, I got to keep my eye on this because if you do donate by PayPal, it doesn't. There's no dinger here, and so the only way I know is if I look at my email and somebody did PayPal, and indeed there did. I just looked. Mildred Ocasio just came in with a $10 donation on PayPal. Baby, thank you very much. I think that doubles my PayPal balance. It's a tight budget, baby. It's a tight budget. Thank you, Mildred Ocasio. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know why it doesn't ding on the. I don't know. I'll ask my tech guy if he knows how to fix that.
Come on, Justin.
I don't know shit about computers. That's why I have kids. Isn't that why everybody has kids? Come on.
I don't.
You don't have kids?
Nope.
Give me
no
your mailing
kids, never
address.
been
I'll send you one.
married.
I kind of
Well,
like.
you
I
got
kind of
it.
like mine. Mine are good. They're good kids. I'm very proud and very happy with the way my kids turned out. They both have a big heart, and for me, that's the number one issue in life. Have a big heart.
Well, I'd like to hope that my nieces have a good uncle.
They probably do.
They do. Hey, tell them to call me. I'll vouch for you.
Oh yeah.
Uncle Fatty, are you in the room?
Just hitting some granddaddy purple over here.
Listen to this now. Don't be rubbing it in now down here. These poor people down here ain't got no purple. Ain't got no purple.
Oh,
Mine's all
God. I just want
brown.
to pop in and say hi to all you
That
guys.
was good.
We're doing fine, brother. How's your day?
Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. I've got
Good.
a little bit of cold weather, but shaping up to be a nice week up here.
There
Not
you
too
go.
bad. And not a lot of rain or snow coming in, but God, we need to get our ski hills opened up. I'm jonesing to get up and play in the snow, buddy.
Oh, there you go. I'm going to pray for you. I really am.
Yeah, so
Pray for you. You'll
heard
come over
anything
that
about
affliction.
Elon's new fighter plane? Elon just dropped a new fighter plane. He unveiled it over in Israel here the day before yesterday. I put a link on the general page on the Blue Dot Room,
I didn't see
and
it.
I'll throw a link into the chat here. It's freaking insane, bro.
Are you shitting
I'm
me?
telling you, 4,600 mile an hour, the size of a B-1 bomber, basically,
Oh,
and it's a
shoot.
fighter
shit.
plane.
A
There's
fighter that
no-
size?
Dude, there's no ordnance. It's got a microwave emitter
Oh,
that can shoot up to 6 miles, and it's
Here
got
we-
an
Popcorn when you fly?
electromagnetic.
here we come, Star
Dude,
Wars. Let's go.
It'll fly twice as high as the Blackbird. I forget the number on it, but it's
Blackbird,
it's
that's the edge
it's-
of space shit.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if it's
yeah,
twice
for
as high,
having
that's
fun.
in the stratosphere.
yeah, man, and it's got an electromagnetic force field that makes it look like a cloud from the ground. You cannot see it with the naked eye.
We're getting there.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I
if it's
think-
going that fast.
Obi-Wan
that was
Kenobi's
that-
right behind this shit. I'm telling you.
Secret plane that Trump was talking about. We have an invisible airplane, you know, because he was out there running his goddamn
Well,
mouth.
we got something like it from what at least kind of what from the Israeli army is saying that of course we work hand in hand with Israel, and that's why everything's so tight. Is our military and their military are basically
They
one and
do.
the same.
They work
To
very
develop.
closely hand in hand.
This thing's insane, guys.
On that
I just
note,
wanted to kind of
as
throw
an
it out
old
there.
sailor, I do not forget the USS Liberty. Go look
Bro.
that up in your funkin' wagnalls.
You know it.
Google it. USS Liberty. Tell them to come back and talk to me then. Jake Sellers came in with $10 and said, as Bernadette says, keep you getting the education out there like James Carville, our red, white, and blue brother. I like James Carville.
Yeah.
Smart man.
The Raging Cajun.
Yes, exactly. I love him. He's a good guy.
Was
His
was the
wife always
Liberty?
amazed me. That couple, James Carville's wife, and I can't remember her name right now. Anybody
Don't
else?
remember her
She's a
name
Democrat.
right
I'm
now
a real
either.
Republican.
He's a
I can see her
Republican, yes.
face.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
She's
is
a
a Democrat
Republican
talking.
strategist.
Yes, they're opposite coins, opposite sides of the coin. Anyway, Jake, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Got to be interesting in their household on Dave.
Don't
Oh,
you
my
know?
goodness.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't know how that works.
Mary Maitland.
Yes,
I reckon.
That was from Ask on YouTube. Said that.
yes.
Or
That's her name.
Maitland. Maitland.
I'm thinking I'd be having a.
Matlin, yes.
I don't know. It's kind of like my relationship. I tell Maria I wear the pants, and she says yes, and I tell you which one to pair, which pair to wear.
That's it.
That's right.
Well, as I always say, I'm the man of the house at my home, and I have my wife's permission to tell you exactly that.
No shoes in the kitchen, woman.
My wife said I could say that, so. No. Most relationships, I think, are a partnership.
It has to be.
Yes.
It has to be, otherwise
There-
it's
there
not
has
a
to be more
relationship.
than you know. My wife and I. This goes way back for me. Being in the news, you might say. It's a bad story to tell. The very first time my wife and I, Marcia, ever spent in a motel room. It wasn't all we did that night. But later on, there was a debate between. It was a presidential debate. It was in 1976.
Uh-oh. Jimmy Carter?
It could have been Carter and Reagan, or not Carter and Reagan.
Huh?
Carter and
Nixon.
who replaced Carter? Ford? No. Nope.
Reagan did it.
You
Did
got
Reagan,
me thinking.
was it Reagan that beat
You know?
Carter?
Reagan
Carter?
Mondale?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So it was that debate. So that's how far politics goes back in my head. Yeah, I've always had an interest in, wait a minute, what that asshole saying. Because whatever he's saying it
1 month old.
impacts my life, your life,
Tell you.
our family's lives. And sometimes after watching these jackasses for years, it's a wonder we get anything done in Congress. And in my opinion, half the time, it's a ball game invented by both of them. Neither one of them want to move on certain subjects, certain issues, because there's something always to gripe about, always something to work towards. Right now, it's our border. We can't get our border immigration plan done because, shit, it's too much of a game to play right now. It's being used as an issue on both sides of the fence. You know?
Well, some people are talking about how come we can help other countries with bombs and airplanes take care of their border, and we can't do that in our border. And I'm going, how crazy are you?
We wouldn't have the crisis on the border if we paid as much attention to South America as we do Europe. Because guess what? There are footholds in South America, that's a land route, baby, to the United States.
Or even Central.
That's
Central. Right. There's a spot in between us, you know.
That's
Central.
it.
Yeah.
I had a right winger tell me a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about this. I said, how can we afford to be doing all this? We can't even, feed our own homeless. And he says, if we don't defend our land, then not only the homeless, but all of us. And I said, well, what does military money have to do with, defend? We're not defending our land. Like the police, the military were originally, not supposed to do anything but protect our own borders.
Well, the military is expressly to protect this country and on other people's land. Exactly. We have the National Guard that can be called up by any state governor to protect the borders, and we have U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. We have that, but the U.S. military, its job is not internal to the United States.
Right. No, Trump has something to do with it.
Not unless they're called up by the president.
Exactly. Trump wants to do that on day number one.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you can see right now go look at that Project 2025. And again, boy, that's really making the news, because this morning I tuned into a Stephanie Miller show, and sure enough, that subject's coming up. And
there are a lot more people talking about it.
It is, because it's their plan, and they put it down on paper. Yes, they want to abolish the government.
I've even heard a couple of mainstream media shows pick it up.
Yes.
And so
that message really is getting out there. A lot of people are starting to pay attention to this, because this is their plan.
What was Rachel Maddow talking about this the other day when she said that Trump wanted to make camps to
he said that.
Not concentration camps. That? They are re-education centers.
Yes.
Is that what the words you use? Re-education centers.
And that's part of 2025 project. Is the
who are we going to re-educate?
That's not the term.
Everybody who doesn't think like him.
All you people that don't think like him.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Donnie's got this whole thing. If Donnie were to get back in, we all know what it's going to be. It's going to be Revenge Tour 2024. It's going to go. He's going to go after anybody that opened their mouth about him. When he was having his little speech the other day talking about the prosecutor, Jack Smith and Weisselman, that these people were mentally ill with Trump derangement system and should be hospitalized. He wasn't joking that he would do that. That he would have people imprisoned or sent into an institution.
Yep.
The only difference now than 4 years ago is that he's got the simps behind him that will absolutely not only support it, but are trying right now to put those laws into effect.
You go to Project 2025 there, and it tells you right there where to sign up. Come on and sign up. We're going to vet your ass, and if you're hateful enough.
And somebody was saying in the chat tonight that they're doing that shit in their state. I think it was Ohio. These people are out recruiting people on the street level to get this project 2025 off the ground.
Think about what she just said. At the street level.
At the
Hey, buddy,
street
come here.
level.
Hey,
Yep.
you want to get into government? Well, yeah, I was thinking about it. Well, you sound like our kind of guy. Get over here. You know, I don't know
They're
what.
handing
Well,
out
guys,
job
I know.
applications.
And- and-
fill this out.
And they're back. I believe I want to say it's the Heritage Foundation.
It is.
They've been working on this shit for a while. They have a plan at project25.org. Go over there, read their plan. It's real simple
It's
and
written
it's
out.
real easy to read. It's
Sign up for
real
the-
easy to read.
And they got
And-
lots of
And
money.
they think it's fine.
They
That's what's
got
horrible.
big
They
money
think they
behind
put
this
this
shit.
out there and they think this is a good idea.
Now think about this.
Come on
The
in,
next
comrade.
president is going to seat possibly 2 more Supreme Court justices.
Think about that.
Think about that, because that's when your vote really matters.
Joe should beat him to it.
I'll tell you what, I'll be pulling a Pancho Villa if shit hits the fan.
That's
And you know
you're not the
anything-
only one, Joe. I heard some talking head, major talking head, saying if he got in that White House again, he was leaving. He's going back to Britain or something. Anyway, Aussie Day,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
coming to your
y'all
house,
got-
buddy.
Me too.
Y'all-
Well, this is a case of let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. I mean, this last speech he threw on at the 11th of the 11th speech was disgusting, was outrageously
Yes.
offensive to the world, not just to America. It's a threat to the world because we have to fight you guys.
He was-
Now, let's
He's
put it there.
using Hitler's language.
Hang
He's
on.
using Hitler's
hang
language.
on. Please
Hold
let
on.
him talk.
Now, what really got my back up, and I think you guys should be talking about, has not been mentioned yet, is that I think it's Anthony Chung or Anthony Chung, a Trump spokesman who was after the rally, said he was fronted up and said this was very Nazi type speech or Hitler type speech, and he turned around and said, no, it's not, and anyone that makes that inference will be crushed to existence,
Well, that's me.
non-existent.
I make the inference.
Now,
It comes right out of
I'll say it
Hitler's
too.
mouth. His words.
He used the word
Guys,
vermin. He used the fucking
we-
word vermin.
we are worried. We are fucking worried. Our
Yeah,
newspapers,
we are.
our news is talking about this. Now, we didn't talk about Trump that much. We only spoke about Trump when he done something outrageous. But this is beyond outrageous. This is a threat to the whole of the country. It is a threat. He said, if you don't go with me, I'll just have to get rid of you.
Guys, I
It's
threw up a
terrible.
video last week on the coexist page on the Blue Dot thing. It's a 45-minute video, and it's the pastor, the Reverend. I'm not going to say his name. He was the white power Reverend up here in North Idaho throughout the 80s and 90s, and I can't tell you how hard it is to watch, knowing that the guy's a flat out freaking white supremacist, white separatist, white power Nazi. But it's worth watching. Okay, all of the stuff that's in the news right now, all this rhetoric of the vermin, the tainting of the blood, all of this is
And
tied
again,
back to
that,
one
that tainting of the blood, Donnie's been using that.
That's
Yes.
you know what?
You know,
Yes,
the
he
signs
said
were-
that.
Well, it was posted on your main discussion, the 6 or
think so.
7 comparisons of what he
Absolutely.
said and what Hitler said.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fact. That is fact. That's not just rhetoric. That's not just
No,
bullshit. That's not just.
It's straight out of speeches
No, it's
that
a plan.
that
If you
Miller.
control the propaganda, if you keep repeating certain things over and over and over again, they will believe you. He made good Germans rise up and commit atrocities, and that is exactly what Donnie is trying to do here. He is
Yeah.
trying to divide this nation, motivate those that are willing to rise up and do something, and we've already
Who's
seen
his
that
main
result. Those
speechwriter?
results around the country.
His main speechwriter is Stephen Millet.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
There's a
you
little
know,
Nazi
you
for
can't
you.
you can't get more Nazi
That's
than that.
yeah, that guy. Let me thank Jake Sellers, who just came in with a $10 donation and said, "Let people be real people. Quit worrying about the borders. Worry about your own lives, not everybody else's. That's what's wrong with Americans. Mind your own business.
Right.
It's all, you know.
Cheers,
Okay, guys.
Jake.
Damn right.
What
And with
about
that, I'm gonna
he's saying
bounce out.
now? I want the TV in court. I want
Yes,
TV.
no,
I want
yeah.
my trial
That's
televised.
exactly what he wants. He's up there
Um,
arguing. He wants his January 6th trial on TV because he wants
what do
the
you think
show.
of that?
No, I don't think they should put cameras in there. As much as I'd like to watch a shit show every day, I'll take the news' word for it because that's exactly what he wants. He wants that camera in there because he's going to
Exactly. I
play
mean, look what
again. He's not carrying.
Look what he's doing in New York. He'll have plenty enough cameras in the hallways.
Well,
Trust
Johnny
me.
might go to jail. I'm not sure he's worried about that. I'm thinking at this point, if he goes to
Nah.
jail, he thinks it's going to motivate
He
his
wins.
followers to rise
Yeah,
up
he
and
thinks
come
he
rescue
wins.
him.
I don't think it will.
I don't think so either. I said what he thinks. He thinks.
You know what?
And there
I can
would
tell
be
you a
some.
fact.
Huh?
Leaders of the free world don't want to deal with him.
No.
Yet only a couple of dictators do. But mainly the leaders of the free world, England, Europe, Australia, Asia, they don't want to deal with this guy. They don't want
No.
this guy.
Quite as it's kept, Ozzy, neither do we.
Really? You know, he's out there
Screaming
praising
minority.
three dictators on a speech on a day of remembrance of soldiers and people
Yeah.
who died to fight off this shit. He's praising
think about his
dictators
speech
and
on
fighting
Veterans
Hitler.
Day. What he chose
The
to
worst.
speak
Today.
about. It tells you who he is.
Traitor.
The
He's
worst ever.
the worst, baby. He's an
Scum.
authoritarian,
I'm gonna
wannabe dictator, glorious leader, grand poobah. That's what he wants to be. And he's
He's-
willing
you know
to
what he
sell
is?
this country
He's-
out to anybody willing to buy it if they guarantee him that.
He's a golf Hitler. There you go. Golf Hitler.
Golf Hitler. That's pretty
All
good.
he does,
Dave.
that's all he does is he plays golf. That's all he does is play golf. He played golf 1/3 of his term.
He played
Yes.
golf
Yeah.
more than any president in the United States history. And he was pointing at Obama all the time. Look at here. He's out on the
In his
golf
own
course. Yeah.
courses and
No
got paid
comparison.
for it.
But he's still fighting Obama. Even in his speech on the Veterans Day,
Yes.
he thinks he's fighting Obama.
He's
You know
bragging
what
about
that's
how
all
he
about,
beat
though,
Obama.
you guys? You know what that's all about? That's playing to his base. That's playing right into the QAnon. That's playing right into the bullshit conspiracies.
Because they
and
don't
it's all
they
about-
don't know any better. If Donnie says
but
it,
he's
that's it.
fucking
It's
black.
gospel.
They believe
But he's
100%
black.
that Obama is the president right now. They 100% believe that Obama is sitting on the beach in Hawaii, talking on his cell phone, running everything behind the deep state. And
Just
it's
got his
bull.
hand up Joe's butt or something. Is that what he thinks?
Something like that. But I'm going to bounce out so you guys can pull up a couple more folks down below. We got a few hands up. You guys all be good to each other.
Uncle Fatty, take
All
care
right,
of
you
yourself.
too,
Thanks for
Uncle.
coming in and visiting, brother.
All right, Fatty.
You know, if
Oh,
I-
we do
you
have
know,
All right,
if I-
Fatty.
All
Take
right,
care,
man.
Down.
The difference between us and animals would never pick the dumbest person in the herd to
Yeah.
lead the herd.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
catch up
usually-
here with some. Everybody wants to get in the room here. Y'all, I'm going to remind y'all please be polite to everybody. There you go. And give everybody the time to talk because we have a lot of people in the room. John, are you with us?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing fine, brother. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Good.
Cold night here in Kentucky. Enjoying the conversation. I really look forward to this show.
I appreciate that. It's a good family
You
we
know,
have here.
It is. It's like
Definitely.
therapy.
We're
you
glad
know,
you think of it that way.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you're absolutely right, Big John, talking about Trump he's trying to raise an army.
Yeah.
And
He's-
that's what he's doing. That all this Project 2025, he's taking it right out of Hitler's playbook.
You know, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf while he was in prison. So, yeah. I'd say let's give him a shot. He could write a book while he's in prison.
They
Try
gave
that.
Hitler in prison. He had his own cell with table, typewriter. They treated him like in prison like he wasn't even a prisoner,
Oh,
which was another stupid thing.
Hitler.
He wasn't treated like a prisoner.
He,
Hitler, yes, Hitler.
yes, while he was
yes,
in prison,
Hitler.
he that's where he met a lot of his Goebbels, I guess, or in. Now look, I read the book. The thickest book I always bragged that I ever read was The Life and Death of Adolf Hitler, and I read that when I was about 21 years old. On deployment, it was the only book available, and I thought, well, shit, I got nothing to do up here in Adak, Alaska. So, yes, he was an artist. He was a very good painter. Uh, but after World War One, he got in a bunch of shit and ended up in prison. That's when he wrote Mein Kampf, and then came out of there with already part of his upper echelon that will become the Nazi Party, and proceeded to fill Germany with propaganda, little by little, and they ate it up because it was patriotism he was selling. That's the same thing that the Republic, to me, is no different what the Republican Party does now, because that's what they sell. They're not there to work for your ass. You're not paying their bill. You're not sending them on some luxurious vacation around the world. Shit, no. We're going to feed you a bucket of shit, but we're going to wave a flag. We're going to sing a song. We're going to talk about the freedom and all of that good patriotic shit while they stab your ass in the back. To me, that's a Republican, baby. This chaos. Go ahead, Joe.
Doesn't Georgia have the chain gang?
Yes, they do.
I hope he goes to jail in Georgia.
Wouldn't be nice. See him on the side of the road picking up trash.
I'll make a special trip to Georgia.
Vivek Swami, whatever his name is, was on the Patrick Betts show, which is it's really a not totally extreme, but it's really a mega show that I don't watch, but I watched a clip of it, and Vivek Ramaswamy said that people like David Packman are the extreme left and need to be sorted out.
David Packman.
And so he's targeting all the podcasters now. You see, so even the media and you guys are part of the target. You're targeted to be shut down.
Don't think that on a very small scale, but that considering who you are and where you are, Leo Sahaki and I were talking about that because of the real fear that him and others like us, even on the small scale that we are, y'all know my history with my neighbors. Do I have something to worry about? Yes, I do. Because it's not just my neighbors, it's they have friends and they have friends. So this little thing about John being the blue dot on the street has spread all pretty good ways. So do I have to worry about that if things start really going drastic? Yes, I do. So does Leo. Hello? Where? Who said?
Me?
Miss Linda, is that you?
Nope.
Nope.
It's Nana Lovely.
Tammy Ames, happy. Wait a minute. Tammy.
Nana.
Tammy.
It's me, yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tammy. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you and many more.
Happy birthday, Nana Lovely.
Thank you. But why I really called you?
A Scorpio.
Oh yeah.
Did they put a smile on your face, baby?
I want to give y'all the scoop because I don't know why it hasn't hit national news yet.
What?
But my neighborhood is rocking. My neighborhood is rocking with it on crazy. I'm trying to piece it together. Pay attention to this name. Michael Hilliard. Hilliard. 43 years old. Horsehead, New York, which is just like where our mall is, okay? 10 minutes from my home.
Is it a shooting?
No, we have Quantico coming to town.
Quantico?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's too big for the New York State Police troop to handle. Apparently on November 6th, on the Veteran Highway, a little country road, okay, town of Veteran, they found an explosive in the yard.
Really?
And as they investigated for 5 days, finding where the parts were bought from, and this has been searched all over the country for 5 days. So what they're not telling, there was a police blog during that 5 days on the 11th. On the 11th, it was a what do you call it, APB put out?
Yeah.
to stop a U-Haul truck before it got to Ithaca, which tells me he might have been headed for Cornell. That's the only figure that's going on. His home, we have 2 blocks that have been evacuated till further notice.
Wow.
So they want to go in here. This is big.
It is getting scary. You know, I was concerned this morning because they had a large assembly there in Washington, D.C., and in support of Israel. And I don't think there wasn't one of us thinking, oh, shit, let's hope nothing happens here. You know,
but he lives right in town square.
So can I clarify this? Can I clarify this? So there's a truck getting around. You're saying with explosives in it?
Yes, he had a U-Haul truck in his home, his apartment, which is located directly across the street. I can't make it up. It's directly across the street from the Horseheads Town Police, and it's full of explosive material.
Boy, howdy shit. Tammy, do you have a TV on behind you?
Are you shitting me? Outstanding.
Tammy, do you have a TV on?
It might be picking up. You think it's picking up?
Yeah, kind of. It's wanting to override you.
All right, that might be it. Plus, I'm moving.
Well, let me jump in real quick.
Oklahoma.
And yeah, don't link. Yeah, that's a scary thought. Let me thank Jake Sellers, who came back with another $10 and said it would be better to put him in Rikers Island where he could look at his Trump Tower and all his real estate. That's gone. I love it. I freaking love it, Jake. Yeah. Put him right out there where he could look out the prison windows and see his shit.
Hey, John.
Yes. Hey, DJ, how you doing?
Pretty good. I just wanted to pop in and talk about something for a minute or two.
What's that?
An appeal to heaven. Do you know what that is?
An appeal to heaven.
Yes.
No. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, I do.
They call it the pine tree flag. It was flown over the 6 frigates that George Washington commanded in his, I guess, his Navy.
I think I remember the flag.
Okay. Well, it was also, if I put 2 posts in the main discussion. One is all about that flag and what it means and what's happening with it right now, which is what I'm concerned with. Okay.
Right.
And the other is a petition that I created with Move On, because I'm a Move On .org member, to have an appeal to heaven flag removed from outside the door of Mike Johnson's office in the Capitol. The appeal to heaven was taken by Dutch Sheets, who is sort of the head of the spiritual warriors, and their whole mantra is to overthrow us and put an authoritarian theocracy in place. All right, that's what they want.
Sound familiar?
Okay.
Sound like anything that's happening right now? Because that's exactly what's happening.
And they adopted that flag, and they've taken it over, and it is all over the January 6th insurrection. It was all over the Capitol building. They had probably 50 or 60 of them out there carrying that flag. You can probably look at the videos and go back and see it. Well, why does Mike Johnson have this flag flying either in his office? I don't know if it's his office or in the Capitol building. It's an insurrectionist flag. Get it the fuck out of there.
He's an insurrectionist.
Get him in the
part
fuck
of the crowd. Of the 147.
I've got a petition on moveon.org that I posted in the discussion. You can go sign to get that shit out of the Capitol building or out of his Capitol.
Check out DJ's petition over there in the chat.
Yes, big guy on the petition. But the thing that pisses me off is that flag is now a spiritual jihad banner. It's no longer what it meant to be, and they're flying it inside our government buildings.
Uncle Patty just put a comment in and said that flag was flown at the Aryan Nations headquarters in North Idaho. Face orange front orange Idaho.
Well, that's even more reason to get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, they're not trying to hide anything. That's exactly what we keep saying about Project 2025. They put it on paper. They're not trying to hide anything. They want to clean this nation out of anybody they don't deem worthy of staying. And that includes me and probably all of us listening. Hey, let me thank Jay, who came in with a $3 donation through Super Chat. Jay, thank you very much. And Alan Roberts, which sends me my funny times, came in with $5 Canadian, which again, like $20,000, I think, and said, hold on, and said, Alan Roberts, who came in with a $5 donation, said, I hear you have a vermin problem down there. What you need is a Trumpinator. Fuck Trump. That's what Alan said.
Good one.
Yeah, we got a vermin problem down here. Right now, they're called Republicans. You know, I don't know what it's going to take to clean this house back and put it in order. But as long as that man is out there running his mouth the way he's doing right now, which he has an absolutely constitutional right to do so, then this nation, he is trying to drive us to stand against each other, to actively, physically fight in this country against each other. That's what he wants. He wants anarchy. He wants chaos in this country.
To hide all his crimes.
Hey.
That's
so
why
they can point at it. So they can point at it and say, "Look how terrible things are. Elect us, and we'll fix it." That's what
he's got help from our Congress.
We had what is the fight carders called bouts? Are they called bouts on fight cards? We had 3 of them today. We had Comey going after somebody who pissed him off. We had that Mullen guy, which, by the way, I don't care how big you are. If you come at me, first place I'm going to go is at your trachea, and I'm going to crack your trachea with my fist, and you're not going to breathe anymore. But anyway, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene going at somebody. So we had a 3-card fight.
Oh, we got more than that. We got McCarthy and Burchett down there in the House. They got physical. I mean, when you get one congressman punching another one, yeah, and they're in the same party. That's what part I love. Go ahead and knock yourselves out. Why don't y'all get out there and kick each other in the balls? I'll get entertainment out of it.
It is the most unbelievably stupid thing I've watched in years.
It's ridiculous.
This is the most unprofessional GOP, most uncouth, childlike government.
Indeed.
From the right I've ever seen from America. Any country. Even those mad Middle East countries.
Our Congress has turned into a comedy show. A drama every day that plays on with somebody being pissed off about shit that doesn't matter.
It's a shit show that other countries are looking at and putting us to shame.
And you know what's doing it? It's what's doing it is the people that had 7 years of accusations, threats, defending himself, and yet for 7 years not one bit of evidence to defend him or confirm his accusations. No evidence, and yet the people that believe in that. I mean, Jesus. These people that if you ever see you've seen the MAGA interviews of these idiots. I don't think there's that many of them out there, seriously. And I think you guys are waking up. I mean, I think 2024 is going to be a massive blue wave. I think there's going to be a real shock. I think the people, they're just saying nothing, but they're going to fix it at the ballot. It's like the Blue Dot family here. We've got thousands of people, but they don't all want to talk. So you're not hearing those people. And there's millions of them that just sit at home saying, "Come on, 2024, I want to vote," and they're going to vote the big D.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Because they're tired of this shit show.
They are tired of it. 7 years of no evidence. 7 years he can't prove anything he said.
Let's back up, even more 7 years, because remember where Jim Jordan got his start. Jim Jordan got his rising star on the back of Benghazi.
Yep.
That's where, this goes back to a bunch of bullshit that the Republicans will just try to throw up in the air, act outraged about, and demand some kind of accountability for something. Will they get anything done? No. Will they hurt this country? Hell yes. They'll try to block any kind of legislation. They'll tie shit up. We'll send it to committee. We'll do whatever. So they can make this country suffer, so they can point at it and go, elect us and we'll fix this. Bullshit. You're the one shitting in the hallway. You're the one pissing on the floor. You're the one that's stinking this place up.
This all happened on Biden's time.
What?
No, that's what they'd say.
Oh
as
yeah.
in
Oh,
defense.
look how terrible things are. And by
This
the
all
way,
happened with Joe
yeah,
Biden.
inflation's
was
looking
president.
better right now. A lot of things are looking better in this country.
Everything is.
Everything is.
You had,
and yet,
I put
you had
gas
zero.
in below $3
Zero.
a
I don't want
gallon.
to. I don't want to piss off Bernadette, but look at the gas prices around here.
I know it, Joe. Well, me and you, Joe, we live across the street from the refinery, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you know
Joe,
what?
Joe, don't mention gas to me, okay?
I'm sorry, but
That's the tax. It's the
I
tax.
just suggest a blue dot bucket list, and that would be to vote.
That is the list. That should be number one thing on it. Well, okay. Your
The short
grandkid's
list.
birthday, okay,
Vote.
your wife's. There's a lot of things on the list.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to
this-
your national duty, that is.
This means
I call it a
everything.
personal duty. Because nobody's going to
Yes.
force anybody to go out there and vote. Nobody's going to come up by your house and drag you out to the polls. This is
And I
something that we
guarantee
all
you-
have to stand up and do ourselves.
That's right, and I guarantee you that if you're in line waiting for a long time, I've got a lot of pockets in my jacket, and I'll have water in there.
I want to call this out. Corey Barton just came in with another $5 donation. He said, Trader Social has lost $23 million since Trump started it in February of 2021.
Yeah, it's going under.
Corey,
It's
you might
going
want to
under.
check your math, buddy. I think it might be more than that. I don't know. Let's do the math because the story I heard was it was worth $73 million when he acquired it, or what he put into it, and now it's worth $23 million or something like that.
Well, that's
what I heard.
because the investors took their money out of it.
Yeah.
All these investors took their money out.
He's losing money up left. Nobody wants this shit. Corey, thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
John, can I recommend someone? There's a guy on TikTok. He goes under the mantra midterms.
Midterms?
I swear, midterms. You got to go watch videos by midterms. I mean, this guy, I do duets with his videos because this guy's fantastic. Midterms. That's what he goes under.
Is he prettier than me?
He's great. He explains everything, and he explains it very well. You know, I mean, he came up with 7 things that Biden has done that are great. Okay, and he put them out there. He laid them out, and that's exactly what people need to hear. So I highly recommend watching his videos.
Indeed. You didn't answer my question. Is he
Name
prettier
something
than
Trump
me?
Did.
Is he
Name
what?
one fucking thing that Trump did.
He gave us a $2 trillion addition to our deficit.
Yes.
He gave the rich tax cut.
Yes, gave rich tax cuts that last forever.
And he destroyed
Yeah,
the
like-
TTP. So you know the
Yeah,
TTP, that really hurt your farmers. When Trump started this trade war, this tariff war with China, there was the TTP, which was basically 11 countries plus America that had an agreement.
Oh, the TTP
that we would all trade. Yep, we would all trade within ourselves, keep China in check, and then Trump destroyed it, and that ended up hurting the farmers. They were basically isolated because Trump pulled out the TTP. He thought it was like the Iran nuclear deal. I mean, let me tell you, Iran is a danger now only because of Trump made him a danger.
Exactly.
Trump also, the tax cut allowed AT&T to fund OAN. That's why we have OAN right now.
I do believe that AT&T did fund OAN. Yes,
and they did it with the tax.
It's so deep, guys. It goes
What would
so
I do
deep.
without y'all?
You know.
No, I was
Well,
commenting.
what's
Somebody
happened?
told me to hit the comments. Hit the credits. Time is, who was that?
Oh, wow.
Maybe,
That went
Mission Chick. Oh, I see. She was trying to get my attention is what she was trying to do. Time will fly, baby, when the conversation gets good around here. It really does. And that should be an indicator of exactly where this national feeling is, that we're all concerned. We have more people watching and tuning into this show and other shows because they're concerned. And we should be. Why, Miss Chick? Uh-oh.
Because we have to vote like our life depends on it, John.
Because
it does.
That's right. Your life and your way of life depends on what we do in the voting booth. And that's
your
a person.
grandchildren, your great grandchildren's way of life.
Indeed.
And our Social Security and our Medicare.
Everything. Everything's on the line. You know, our basic democracy, the way we elect our leaders, the way we run this country is all under threat by a man who wants to control it all. Personally, him. Won't be no other department of anything. There will be Department of Trump.
He's controlling it now.
He is.
He's
doing attempting to.
The Hitler thing. Let me tell you something right here. The Hitler thing that we're all worried about is happening, not as bad, but in a small way right now because of the attack on Biden and the Biden family. This is all doing it for Trump. Now, let me tell you something. Mr. James Comer has just been caught with his pants down. He's saying Biden, $200,000 loan here, but that was all above board. Right. He wasn't in power. He wasn't a politician, and it was all showing, tax declared the whole bit. It was a fucking loan, no simple. Yet Comer done the same fucking thing, would you believe, through his brother's farm, but through a shell company that's supposed to have loaned $200,000, and that was shady.
And when he got called on it in Congress, he went nuts.
Yeah,
he absolutely lost it.
A guilty man will go nuts, just like Trump. He's going.
Exactly,
he's getting nutty every day.
Trump does a whole lot of projecting. He yells. We saw it in his comments the other day, talking about we need to chase the vermin out of our country. You know, he's I have it written
That's
down.
MAGA.
That is.
He's the master. He's the master of fucking projecting. He has taught the damn Republicans how to do it. He really has.
Yes.
Barbara Streisand hates his guts. Did you see Barbara Streisand on?
Yes, I did.
And she doesn't like Elon Musk either. I
don't think.
No,
she doesn't like Elon either. She made that pretty clear.
She made the devil sign.
So,
yeah. She's a straight up person. She's a great person, isn't she?
She is, and you know, you very seldom see her nowadays. You know, hardly ever see her in 3 years.
She's 80 something, 88, 87 or 88, isn't she?
In her 80s.
Wow. But there was a thing about, and you reminded me this because she's Jewish. There was a thing comparing what's happening in the United States right now to what happened in Israel a few years ago when Netanyahu took power again. They laid out parallels to what's happening in the United States right now to what happened in Israel that allowed him to get back in power.
Netanyahu is you know, when you separate everything that's happening right now, Netanyahu is not cleaning this shit. Netanyahu is the right-wing nut job of Israel. He is the Trump of Israel.
And he got back in by dividing the country.
Yes.
The liberal,
they couldn't come up with a coalition government forever.
Right, exactly. He split those apart so they wouldn't talk to one another, and he did it so well that now he's back in power again.
That's what it is. And
he is
hardcore, and he doesn't want to let up on Gaza. He wants to keep pounding it.
It's genocide, pure and simple. And and I mean, I know Hamas started it. Don't get me wrong. But both sides are wrong.
The only answer out of this is at the table and not over bullets. I saw. Did he? I'm sorry, DJ. I just want to point out, Carolyn and John Matjesco just put a little note out there and said Andy Paguda did a brief live just now. Drop by his page and give a listen. He is such a love. Andy Paguda's in the hospital. He was just in here the other night. Having a grand time. He sounded great. And then next thing you know, he's in the hospital. So if you know Andy Paguda, go to his Facebook page. Check it out. I will as soon as we get off of here. I saw a picture of him earlier. He looked like he was in good shape and smiling and everything. But you can tell he's hooked up. He's in the hospital.
The filthy mouth liberal. Is that what he calls himself?
The filthy mouth liberal. That's Andy.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Andy was probably the first person. I got freaked out because I'd been doing my stuff just all by myself. I was lucky to get maybe 100 and something views on my stuff. Andy was the first one to pick me up and put out a video about me. And there I am sitting watching this YouTube video with this guy talking about this guy Blue Dot out in Texas, and really pumped me up. And Andy was one of those ones that really helped bring me up. Anyway, Jake Sellers came back again. Jake, be careful, buddy. with $10 it said, when Trump lied to you, it was just a confession and a promise of it was a confession and a promise of what was going to happen. Hell of a job Joe is doing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I wish he was getting more credit for it. And Adam Hewitt, Adam, thank you, just came in with a $5 donation and said, go Klobuchar for going after Tubba shit. Let's get those generals assigned now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bonita, I'm going to go get my eyes checked soon. I think I'm going to go down to the one in the mall and just get in a chair and wait for somebody to come over there. I got to get my eyes fixed.
Don, you're pulling her legs, buddy. You're pulling her damn
but
legs.
it sounds good, doesn't it? Hobbita, hobbita, hobbita. Ask my wife, I am the world's worst procrastinator. I got to do something. I have a long list every day of shit that has to be done. And sometimes I feel, why am I the only one that has the list?
Hey, just think how easy. Just think how much easier it would be to do these things if you could see.
If I could see. Because we're fixing to wrap the show up because we're right at 7:30 and I'm going to have to lean in here. And then I noticed, Linda, are you in here? We have been yakking our mouths off and haven't allowed you not one word.
I'm here. I'm listening to you guys.
Okay. Everything going okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. You know, I think that Trump to me is like a really annoying male Karen. I cannot stand him.
That's
and
what he is.
He is. And it's just, he's such a whiner. He's a liar. He's evil.
But what do you really think of him?
Yeah, what do you
you really want to know?
It's easy to get flustered when somebody asks you that question. Because there are a list of words that just want to roll out of your mouth.
He's an evil man, but I won't give him the attention that he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I roll by watching what he does, but I just don't fume like I used to because I'm not going to ruin my health for him. He's not worth it.
Believe me, baby.
Linda, you want to know how evil he is? He tried to take his father, Fred, who was having dementia, and have him sign a will that signed everything over to him. But his older sister, who just passed away, I'd say died.
Yeah, he said nothing about that, did he?
Yeah, well, she caught it. She caught it. She demanded to see it. She took it to her husband, who was a lawyer, I guess. He said, "Oh, no way in hell should he sign this." And so the story is that Trump would not talk to her for 2 solid years after that because she stopped old Fred from signing the will and signing everything over to Trump.
Lucky her. Yeah.
She was a crooked bitch too, because Rachel Maddow was talking about her just the other day.
She resigned from the bench for a reason.
Yeah.
She's a judge. Yeah, an ex-judge. Yeah.
Because they were investigating her for tax fucking fraud.
They were.
Hey, it's the family. It's the family. It's on.
That's the family business, isn't it? Excuse me.
It's the crime family.
Did you hear the chanting out the front of the court when Donald Trump turned up? Crime family, crime family.
No, that was awesome.
It's a mob family. That's all it is. That's the way he ran it. That's why we look at him that way, because that's the way he did business. Like a mobster.
Hey,
But Donnie Jr. was just smiling, like as if he didn't hear it, right?
Yeah.
He's smiling and waving, and yes, I know you love me. Yes, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
He is
He's
so
a fucking idiot.
I can't stand him.
See, when you get carried away, how many names you can come up with?
It's
Anyway, I guess we'll
How many people here? How many people here in this room right now have lost a friend or family? I know you have, John.
Me.
Lost family or friends over Trump.
Tons.
This guy, plenty.
Absolutely.
He's affected everyone. He's affected just about everyone.
I've got one dear sister-in-law that still loves us, and that's all we have left. And for 7 years, we haven't, like I said, we haven't been to no Christmas, family Christmas, no Thanksgivings, no nothing. We're not. They still have them. We just don't hear about it. Anyway.
You're not on your own, John. It's happening all over America. This is what this man has done to your country.
But only, he has all over this country. But in a lot of places, at least you have people around you in a support structure. This is my support structure right here. What we're doing right here, this Blue Dot family, this is my family. These are the only people that give a shit about me.
Me too. You saved me.
I don't, I don't have it.
You're John. You're welcome
I
to
have
come
my
to
brother
our.
in Tennessee. We talk all the time. I love him dearly. He loves me. I have been over the years bringing him along over to this liberal side because how can you argue with this shit? Quit smoking that pot if you don't. Believe me. Anyway, in his family, who are conservative, but still love me. That's it. And I never see them out in Tennessee, so you know the family we had here that we celebrated 40-something years of Christmases and Thanksgiving, that's gone, and it is sad. But I'm not gonna toss in my voice in what I'm doing and what I'm saying and what I believe, so they'll be happy.
Right.
Well, you're welcome at my house for our Christmas unwrapping. We're gonna unwrap tamales.
Hey, Joe.
I'll be there.
Me. I'm over there knocking on your door. And tamales ready, Joe. I have been picking up. If you go on down 624, like you're going into Cal Allen, there's a small little SUV off to the right-hand side over there. He's been selling tamales, and yeah, real good, outstanding.
Is that grandma's tamales?
No, this is just a husband and wife team. They make them and they sell them.
All right.
They're doing $12 a dozen though. You know, it's a little high, but that's okay. They're worth it. They got a lot of meat in them. So
my daughter surprised us yesterday. He made tamales, and for my wife to say they're good,
they got to be good.
They're good.
If Maria says they're good, she knows what she's talking about.
That's right. I don't say much. I got my mouth full.
All right, Joe, you're making me hungry. I guess we ought to wrap this up talking about tamales here. I don't got none out here. I done ate all mine. I got to wait for the guy on the street down there to show up again. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap up tonight's show. Let me lean in here, and I can't hardly see. John. I got John. John, thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Hey, real quick, I just want to tell this story.
Hey.
So the other day when they had the elections here in Kentucky,
right?
My wife, you know, she's voted for Bashir. Her and her mother went to the polls. My little girl went with her.
Right.
And
good.
She's 17. And she's going to be ready to vote next year. And when they got to the polls, they allowed her to go back with my wife, and they got the paper ballot out. Katie looked at it and she said, "Mommy, just let me speed this up for you." And she just hit straight ticket and gave it back to her. So proud of you.
Raised her well.
Proud.
Raised her well. Let's save some time here. Just go straight there. I love it. And that's good that she's going to the polls at 17. Good.
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean when you go straight ticket? You just press a button and then you just go full Democrat.
Same party.
Yeah. All one party.
Well, it's a paper here, so but you know, so she had the shade in the box, but yeah, it's straight blue.
Yeah, you can have an option to go straight ticket, straight Republican or straight Democrat.
And every time they ban a book, she goes out and buys it. So.
Good for her. On the front line of this shit, I love it. Anyway.
Don, there's only one thing bad about.
If you hear any hound dogs in the background, I apologize. I am here in southeastern Kentucky, so.
Well, I'm just tickled to death. You have hound dogs, brother.
Hey,
you go outside me, you'll hear dogs barking. You'll hear donkeys baying, birds quacking or squawking. Yeah, like a regular zoo.
Guys, y'all have a great night.
John, take care of yourself and come back. Yes, DJ.
Absolutely.
I was just going to tell John to please tell his daughter that when you vote a straight ticket, you have to go down still and look at the local propositions, because you may miss some of them voting for him if you vote a straight ticket. You got to be careful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sure she probably understands that. Down here in Texas, that's all we had were
that's
propositions on there. We didn't have any person on the ballot in Texas is right.
It is the young ones. It is the younger ones, and when I say that, the people 40 and under, they're going to save your country.
That's what I'm banking on it, baby. I'm banking on them.
Gen Z and below.
Yeah. Anyway.
Gen Z, that's it.
Anyway, DJ, thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate it. DJ.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me talk about my petition on here.
That's all right, brother. Anybody on Discord, go by there and check it out.
Yeah. And if you go to the MoveOn moveon.org and search on petitions, you can find the petitions pages, and you can find it in there.
Outstanding.
And, yes.
So show your support, baby. Go by and sign the petition. DJ, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for letting me. You have a great one.
You too. And Adam.
Good.
Thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. We'll be in the old voice chat here in a couple minutes.
Me too. I'm
so
headed
you
that
guys,
way too.
you guys, yeah, take care and stay informed.
Indeed, we will indeed.
You bet,
we'll look
man.
forward to the next show, brother.
All right, we'll talk to you in a bit.
All right. Now wait.
All right.
I'm going to lose it here because I can't. Whose name starts with an N?
Nana Lovely.
Nana Lovely. I'm sorry.
You need cataract surgery, I think.
I know. I can see the N.
I really do.
That's all it gives me, just N. And you go, oh shit, who's N? Ned? Nerd? What? No, that's Nana Lovely. Tammy, thank you for coming in, and I just hope wish you a happy birthday, baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Glad to still be here in one piece.
I'm tickled to death to see you in here, baby.
Well, the smithereens, you might have met a piece of me at after school.
Yes, that's true.
So, watch their space. Good night to everybody.
Good night, baby. Thank you for coming.
Good night. Happy birthday.
And let me
Thank
see.
you.
Yeah, us Scorpios have to stick together.
Is that what it is? And Joe.
Yes, sir.
Joe,
I love you, brother.
Thank you for coming in, brother.
You betcha.
And let me know when them tamales are ready.
I'll tell you. You'll have 15 minutes.
I'll drive, buddy. I'll drive like the wind.
There you go.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself. Tell Maria I send my best, buddy.
You betcha. I love you guys.
Love you back, brother. Take care of yourself. And let me see, James.
I just want to say, Ozzy, if they start rounding up all the vermin, I guess I'm gonna have to move in with you, buddy.
Okay, mate. I'm gonna have to build some more rooms on. I live in a 2-bedroom place on stilts on the river.
Debs, I get the other room.
We'll just get bigger still.
Yeah, we're gonna have to build on. Ozzy, you might have a lot of company, buddy. No, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix this shit so we don't have to do that to you.
Do they measure stilts down there? Number of stilts? Is that how they measure your house?
No, we just end up putting them on pontoons and floating them down the river.
There you go. Anyway,
that's all we do.
James, thank you for coming in. And
I love y'all. Appreciate you letting me come in.
You bet. Love you back, brother. And Aussie Dave. Always a pleasure.
Yo.
Oh wait. Yeah, I'm good. Always
It's
a pleasure
always,
to have
it's
you
always
in.
it's always a lot of fun, you know. It's always Mitchie, Chick, Bernadette, the usual crew that's becoming regulars now. They're settling down to. I think we're getting our message across, and along with others that do the same as you. And I just hope that some international support helps.
I hope so. You know, I always say this is like we're sitting around the family table, and if we were physically sitting around the table, there would be conversations going on about serious issues, political issues, and crisis of the day. But somebody around the table is telling a story about Aunt Margaret or, you know, something. The conversation.
My theory is different. My theory is that if someone hears an Aussie talking about the facts as we see them, and if they're on the fence or even if they're a Trump supporter, maybe they'll think, shit, this guy's not even American, and he knows the truth.
And he's paying attention.
You know, so
we have quite a few Aussies, Australians down there.
We do
in this Blue Dot family. We get messages on YouTube and on TikTok from people in Australia who share our concerns in Canada, in Great Britain, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Italy, France,
the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
All around the world, baby. This is a world family. That's what we're trying to make it, baby. We just want to make everything, I don't know, work. Are we going to be successful? Are we going to save the world? No. But we're going to make a dent in the damn thing anyway. Anyway, Aussie, Ozzy, again, thank you for coming in. Come back again, brother. We always
My
enjoy
pleasure.
your perspective. And let me see, Linda,
Yes.
the quiet one.
I am being quiet tonight.
Thank you for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, I might pop into the blue room later.
We're gonna head in there in just a minute.
Okay.
The conversation shall continue. Anyway, Miss Chick.
Yes, John.
Got anybody you want to call out?
I got a couple.
Well, who are they?
Speaking of international shit sharers.
Share this shit?
And I'm going to really botch this name, but I'm going to try because I don't know how to pronounce the vowels when they put them together the way they put them together. Nai Emarte Ama, who is living in UK but is from Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Outstanding. Yeah. We appreciate you sharing this shit.
Yeah, and Rachel Cawthon from Tennessee, James Prebish from Delaware, Robert Blalock from Washington shared your post 8 times.
8 times? Hell of a guy.
And 4 of the times he put a different comment on it.
We appreciate this. Get the word out, baby. Yeah. Spread that shit.
Spread that shit. John Engebretson from Illinois and Francis, I think this might be French, but Francis Chicot from Ontario.
Outstanding.
It might be pronounced French-like, and I can't do the French-like part.
All we can do is translate the best way we can, baby.
Right. They all shared this shit. And the rest of you can too. And you can hit that like button before you leave. You
right
can
down
subscribe.
There. Can't miss it. Like, share, all that stuff's right down there below the
Follow on
the video.
Facebook. Set up your notices so you know when we're live. Join us on Discord.
Help us grow this family, baby. That's what it's all about. Anyway.
What it's all about.
Apologize.
Thank you so much for your work, baby.
You're welcome, John.
And Bernadette.
John.
I might hook you up with a phone call. If it's okay.
All right.
I'm going to try to get Bonita's phone, or I'm going to send her my phone number. She's trying desperately hard in her letter. She's trying to get on, and she's having difficulties. She's like me, who has a son that's her tech guy, who's going to come help her try to get on. But I want to try to help her find her way. She's a kind soul. Anyway, thank you for everything you do, Bernadette.
You're welcome, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who, helped out with super chats tonight, and of course our wonderful Patreon members, and that list is growing on a monthly basis, and it's just amazing. We got a lot of new people in the family. You're all welcome. Come and share your voice, and thank you.
And your opinion.
Yes.
And one more name to add that. Alan Roberts just came in with another $2 Canadian. Again, I'm about to pay my house off with that one. And said, John, you need an eye doctor house call. I do. I wish they had it. I wish they had it. And Blue Dot Greeter, Mark came in with $5 and said, I'd rather be vermin than a Republican. Sounds good to me.
Well said. Well said.
Well said. I'd rather be vermin than a Republican. At least vermin have a little standard to them, a little integrity.
Right.
Anyway, I want to thank all of you for coming in and joining this table and using your voice. The chat goes on so much. I am so impressed with the conversations that go on in there. It just shows a lot of love in this family, and that's just what makes me smile. Anyway, today's Tuesday, so we got to get through hump day. And then we'll be back here for another Blue Dot family meeting on Thursday, so y'all set that on your calendar. And other than that, try to put a smile on your face, baby. Look how much we got a little entertainment today with little fisticuffs going on and everything up there. Shit, there's always a reason to get a little chuckle out of that shit. But pay attention. It is our country that we're dealing with, baby. So anyway, we will be back here again on Thursday. Y'all say good night. Oh, wait.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and we will see you again on